Okay. Welcome to Friday, last full day. Um, our theme for today is integrate. So, for our physical practice, I'm going to take the different components that we did each day and kind of build them together. And then we'll weave it together and integrate it fully with eagle. But we'll build from the hips to the heart, the side body, twisting, and then we'll integrate with eagle. And then in terms of the heart space, the mind space, in a moment we'll kind of settle into stillness. I'm just going to invite you to, I'll kind of guide this, so to connect with each intention for each day and bringing to mind a moment when you felt that intention to be really true and embodied. But also let our practice today be about weaving together what this week has meant to you, what it's felt like to you, and maybe what it's revealed to you as well. Yeah. Our yoga practice is also about this integration of body and breath, heart and mind, and bringing all of that together so that we feel really whole, or we recognize the wholeness that we already are. So let's start laying in Shavasana or in something that feels really grounding for you. That can be a seat, that can be belly down Shavasana or child's pose. And just taking a moment to arrive together into this morning's practice. After a couple moments of adjusting to the embrace of the earth, allow your eyes to fall shut. And then take a nice deep breath in through your nose. When you're ready, open mouth, exhale, let it go. And twice more like this, a deep breath in. And an open mouth, exhale out. One more time, deep, expansive inhale. And a clearing and cleansing exhale. As your lips seal, take a deep breath through your nose. With your lips sealed, exhale through your nose. Again, breath in through your nose. And out through your nose. And then take a couple more cycles like this just on your own. Feeling the fullness of each breath in. And that sense of release with each breath out. Every inhale, helping to arrive you more completely to this present moment. Every exhale, an invitation to clear some of the clutter from your mind. Soften any space of the body. There's initial tension. As you continue with your breath, allow yourself to reflect back to Monday, a day of rooting, a day of exploring petanque and connecting with one another. Maybe bring to mind a time of that day, a moment in that day where you felt really rooted. Or just a moment in that day where you felt joy. You really were enjoying the experience that you were in. Take a moment to visualize, embody, and really feel that memory. And building from there, start to move our focus to Tuesday. a day of expansion. You went and explored and shopped, took time to visit a town, really experience a different piece of French culture. And as you bring to mind that day, again, a memory when you felt expansive, a moment when you felt expansive. There's a moment in that day where you felt really connected. And let your mind start to shift into Wednesday, our day focused on exploration, our beach day at Cassis. And as you bring back that day into your heart, into your mind, visualizing and embodying a moment when you felt like you were curious, you were in tune with your environment and exploring what it felt like to be there in that moment. Maybe the favorite part of that day for you. And then we arrive into Thursday, a day of connection, connected to the environment and Roussillon, nature, wandering through the dirt. And again, bring to mind a moment where you felt really connected. Just revisiting that moment in your body, your heart, your mind. And that brings us to today, a day of integration. After reflecting on all these moments from each day, just checking in to see how your body, your heart, your mind feel right now. Maybe reflecting on how this week has felt and that transition from day one to today. Maybe reflecting on the intention that you set for your week on Monday. Just checking back in with that intention now. And when you're ready, and if it feels true, you might bring one or both hands to your heart. Maybe you reconnect to that intention that you set, or maybe you form a new one. Maybe that intention has evolved a little bit. As you bring your intention to heart, to mind, take another deep inhale in. One more open mouth exhale out. And then taking your time, there's no rush. We're gonna move from the back body into a full body stretch. So if you're in a seat or on your belly or in a different shape, you can take your time. You can always stay as you are. If you'd like to come along, we'll find the full body stretch. Reaching fingertips overhead, lengthen from your fingers to your toes. Maybe find some circles through your ankles and your wrists. And take one more breath here, just feeling the extension, the length of your body. And then when you feel ready, eventually start to gather both your knees to your chest, to your heart space. And taking a moment to breathe into the back of your body here with your thighs hugged into your heart. As you exhale, maybe soften to your face, your neck, your shoulders. And you can choose to stay in stillness or maybe take a little sway from side to side. And we'll begin to find our way into any variation of happy baby. So you can bring your hands to your knees, your ankles, or your feet. As your knees move energetically wide and down, feeling that sense of rootedness through the back of your body. And letting an experience of grounding wash over you. As you open through your hips, maybe a little sway from side to side. And take one more big breath in. With your exhale, we'll find figure 4, right ankle stacked on your left thigh. You can decide to either place your left foot to your yoga mat, or you can bring that whole figure 4 close to your body. And again, stillness or maybe a little bit of movement from left to right. You can stay with the figure 4 legs. If you wanted to move into Gomukhasana legs, you can slide your right thigh to stack on top of your left. So similar to eagle legs, your knees are in alignment. And you'll reach down for opposite ankles or opposite feet. Finding some energy, flex through your ankles. Maybe draw your heels away from your hips a little bit. And again, you might explore a little sway from side to side. Whatever variation of hip opening you're in, take one more cycle of breath. And then as you exhale, start to slowly unwind your legs. We're gonna go wind removing pose. The right leg goes long, bring your left knee to your left shoulder. As you pull your left thigh in close, take a deep breath down into your belly. Then exhale to your supine twist. Let your left knee fall across you to the right. As your left shoulder releases towards the earth, take a big breath down the length of your left side. As you exhale, maybe rinse and rotate just a little bit further. And one more deep breath in. And slow and steady exhale out. Your supine twist to set you up to move directly into your figure 4 second side. So as you start to roll back to center, left ankle will stack on your right thigh. You can use your right foot on the earth to square and adjust your hips. And maybe bring that whole figure 4 close to your chest. Take a moment to check in here and notice how your second side feels. And customize your hip opening to you. You can stay with the figure 4 if you wanted to go into your Gomukhasana legs. Your left thigh is going to slide across. Left knee stacked over your right, and then reach down for opposite ankles or opposite feet. Whatever shape you're in, take a moment to emphasize the length of your spine. So as you inhale, feel your sitting bones reach forward, the crown of your head lengthen backwards. And as you exhale, feel some space between your shoulders and your ears. Maybe a little sway from left to right as you take one more round of breath. And then when you're ready to unravel, we'll go wind removing pose second side. So this time your left leg is going to lengthen long across the earth. Pull your right knee to your right shoulder. As you draw your right thigh to your torso, take a full body breath in. Then your exhale guides you into your supine twist. Pass your right knee over towards the left. Then feel how your twist is not just a rinse and rotation through your center, it's also this invitation to open up your heart. As you breathe in, feel your collarbones broaden and get wide. As you exhale, feel yourself arrive a little bit more completely to this moment. Reconnecting back to your mindful breath and the intention you set. And one more slow, expansive inhale. A really slow and steady exhale. And take your time to bring yourself back to center. You'll bring both your knees to your heart this time. Just hug into the midline of your body. Maybe curl your nose, your forehead to your knees for a moment. And as you relax your head and shoulders back down, we'll make our way to a tabletop pose. So you can either rock and roll forwards and backwards to get there, or just tip to the side and press your way up. Then take a moment to organize yourself so your shoulders are over your wrists, hips over your knees, fingers nice and wide. And listen for an inhale to find your cow pose. Let your belly release as you lift your heart and tailbone. And as you exhale, slowly press and curl to your cat pose for that roundedness to your spine. Good. 2 more with your own breath. And inhale slowly opens your heart. And as you exhale, take your time to press and curl, maybe adding some additional movement in, letting it be intuitive. So you start to weave breath and movement together. And one more cycle. And from your tabletop, take a moment, maybe move your hips a little side to side. And then find that space where your hips are stacked directly over your knees. Moving to Anahatasana, walk your hands forward. And then bring your forehead or your chest down to the earth. Allowing your heart space to open a little bit more. Breathe into the space at the back of your heart. So think about breathing into the space between your shoulder blades. As you exhale, maybe sink a little bit closer to the earth. And one more slow breath in. Maybe sink a little bit deeper as you exhale out. And then from Anahatasana, we're going to start to slither forward to our Sphinx pose. So pressing through your hands, begin to bend at your elbows. You're going to bring your belly to the earth. You might have to walk your elbows a little bit further forward as you arrive. Okay. Press down through your forearms to find an upward lift through your heart, through your crown. And as you inhale, think about drawing your rib cage forward. As you exhale, anchor down through your forearms, through your toenails. For the stretch through your belly, the openness through your heart. One more big breath in, that expansiveness to your front line. With an exhale, belly down, Shavasana, elbows go wide, rest your forehead to the backs of your hands. And you take one slow breath just to integrate everything so far. Inhaling through your nose. Maybe an open mouth exhale, let it go. Now take your hands wide for your gecko pose. You're going to bring your hands wider than your yoga mat. Rise up to your fingertips, elbows nice and tall. Starting with the strength of your spine, begin to lift your heart on your next breath in. Maybe press the earth away to lift a little bit higher. And exhale to dip your left shoulder to the center. Look over to the right side of the room. With your inhale, lift and lengthen through the midline. On your exhale, right shoulder dips and we twist. And inhale through your center. We're gonna go twice more each side. Exhale, left shoulder dips. Your breath in will lengthen you back up. Exhale, right shoulder dips. Good. Last cycle. Inhale through center. Exhale, left shoulder. Inhale, lengthen tall. Exhale, right shoulder. Big breath in, rise and reach to your heart and your crown. As you exhale, lower straight down, slow and steady. Hands by your low ribs. When you're ready, press back to a child's pose. Use your core, your tricep strength to press your hips to your heels. And as you lengthen from crown to tail, take one big breath in. And one slow exhale out. And from your child's pose, eventually you're going to start to slide forward through your tabletop. We'll meet in our downward facing dog. So take your time to tuck your toes, send your hips up and back. In your downward facing dog, for a few cycles of breath, find that slow paddle through your feet. Maybe check in with your neck. Any movement here to help you feel connected to body and breath. Good. From your down dog, you'll take a breath or so to eventually wander to the top of your yoga mat. You can tiptoe there, you can take a big step there, however you want to arrive. So you find Uttanasana, soften through your knees, let your belly rest, maybe all the way to your thighs. Now head really heavy, inhale to the back of your body, across the backs of your legs. As you exhale, think about melting a little bit closer to the earth. And we'll keep some softness through our knees. With your next breath in, start to find your halfway lift. Begin to press your shins away, extend from crown to tailbone. As we exhale, we'll forward fold, let it go. Slow inhale, rise up to stand your favorite way. You can take a flat spine, you can roll up however you want. Eventually, hands reach tall to the ceiling, Urdhva Hastasana. You'll bring your hands to your heart, let your eyes drop shut. And take a moment to return to your intention. Gather a deep breath in. Then open mouth, exhale out. And inhale, hands reach high, Urdhva Hastasana. And your exhale, find your goddess arms, elbows open wide. Big breath in, reach tall again. And then exhale, forward fold. Soften through your knees as you hinge down at your hips. We'll inhale to lift halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. When you're ready, exhale to your high plank. Plant your hands, take a big step back. And in your plank, big push away of the earth, finding buoyancy through your body. Take a mindful breath in. And stay as you exhale out. Good, one more inhale. Right here as we exhale. We'll take a big breath in, shift forward this time. Chaturanga as you exhale, lower halfway or all the way. Slowly breathe into your up dog or your cobra. When you're ready, exhale takes you back to downward facing dog, hips go high. And in your down dog, take a big breath through your nose. Maybe an open mouth, exhale, let it go. We'll inhale, right leg to the ceiling, three-legged dog. As you breathe out, bend your knee, open your hip. Take a moment to find your scorpion tail. As you push the earth away, try to release and relax your head. Take another breath in. Exhale, right knee towards your left tricep, shift forward and twist. And we hold for inhale. Stay as you exhale. Three-legged dog, big breath in, reaches your right leg high. Then step your right foot forward in between your hands, maybe help it to the top. A left knee is going to lower either to hover above the ground or to tap the earth, your cow lunge. And finding any variation to open your front left hip, take a nice big breath in, maybe shift a little bit forwards and backwards. And when you're ready, an exhale will take you into your cat lunge, your hamstring stretch, lengthen your legs, adjust your feet as much as you need to. Take one more breath here. And this next time that we bend into our front knee, we're gonna get strong through our legs and rise all the way up to our high crescent lunge. Let your inhale sweep you forward and up to rise. And as you exhale, just arrive. Take a breath in, maybe reach a little bit further. Then right hand's gonna catch your left wrist. As you exhale, side bend to your right. Doesn't have to be much, just a little bit of a bend to your right side. And maybe soften your elbows a little bit, slide your elbows back in space. Take another inhale. And as we exhale, we're gonna prayer twist, hooking left elbow to the outside of your right thigh. Palms come together at heart center. Take one more big breath in to lengthen. Exhale, rinse and rotate. You'll get strong through your legs. Re-engage at your center, navel to spine strong. Big push through your feet. Inhale, rise, high crescent lunge, reach to the sky. As you exhale, goddess your arms, elbows go wide. And breathe in, reach up top. As you exhale, hands come down to the earth to frame your right foot. Step back to your high plank. Right foot's gonna meet your left. As you inhale, you can hold your plank if you want a little extra. Crouching tabletop, bend your knees to a hover, shift your hips to your heels. Exhale, chaturanga or downward facing dog. Just choosing your way home to down dog. So integrating your breath, your movement together. And take a nice big breath in. Maybe open mouth, exhale out. We'll inhale left leg to the sky, find your three-legged dog. On your exhale, bend your knee, open your hip. You're gonna explore the balance between effort and ease here. Take a big breath in. Exhale, left knee towards your right tricep, shift forward and twist. Hold as you take an inhale. Stay as you exhale. Three-legged dog, breathe your left leg up and back. Exhale, step to your left foot forward to the top, take your time. A cow lunge, right knee hovers or taps the ground. And give yourself a moment to make space to the front of your right hip. Now fingertips can be helpful here. I think inhale for some length from your heart to your tailbone. And then the exhale will take you to your hamstring stretch. Find extension through both of your legs. Having you to adjust your feet, take a moment just to find your space here. A slow, strong inhale through your nose. Maybe an open mouth exhale out. Okay, when you're ready, start to bend into your front knee. Make sure your feet are about hips distance apart for stability. And then slowly root to rise. Your inhale sweeps you tall to your high crescent lunge. Yeah, if you need to adjust your feet, right, maybe wiggle that left foot a little bit wider. When you're ready, your left hand grabs your right wrist, breath in to lengthen. Exhale, lean to your left. Doesn't have to be much. And strong through both your legs, breathe along your right side. Maybe create some space between your shoulders and your ears. Give it one more big breath in. When you're ready, prayer twist. Right elbow's gonna sweep to the outside of your left thigh. So using that space you just created. Then press your hands together, press elbow and thigh together, root through your legs, find upward energy through your body. Think inhale to lengthen. Exhale to twist. Getting really strong through your lower body, big transition. Navel to spine, pulls in. High crescent, press through your feet, root to rise, reach all the way up as you inhale. Then goddess arms, exhale, open. Good, big breath in, reach it top. Breath out, hands to the earth. Okay, intentional step to your high plank, left foot joins your right. Either hold or inhale to a crouching tabletop, maybe bend your knees, push your booty back. Exhale, chaturanga or downward facing dog. So take what you need. And part of our integration is integrating that discernment between your body, your breath, your movement, what's being cued, but what you want. Big breath through your nose. Maybe open mouth, exhale out. Well, inhale your right leg to the sky, three-legged dog. Just for an exhale, bend your knee, open your hip. Three-legged dog, inhale, re-extend. Exhale, right knee towards your left tricep, shift forward and twist. Three-legged dog, inhale, right leg reaches. When you're ready, step your right foot forward in between your hands. Take a moment to catch your breath with the cow lunge, left knee dips to hover, full inhale in. Then lengthen both your legs as you exhale, hamstring stretch. Bend into your right knee. Adjust your feet to hips distance, high crescent root to rise with your next breath in. Your right hand catches your left wrist, lean to your right side, body stretch, breath out. Feel your left side with an inhale. Good. Prayer twist as you exhale. Left elbow is going to sweep to the outside of your right thigh. Take a big breath in, find length. Exhale for depth. Back knee up or down, high crescent lunge or left knee grounded crescent. Take a big inhale as you rise to center. Exhale, goddess arms, open through your elbows. Big breath in, reach tall. This time as we exhale, hands will come to the earth. We're gonna take a step forward to our chair pose. So left foot comes to meet your right. Hips get low, inhale to lift through your heart and hands. And on your exhale, go ahead and airplane your arms beside you. And take a moment here, open through your chest. Begin to shift your energy to your left foot. And we come to your right tippy toes. So your center gets strong, and then flamingo, your right heel up and in. Focus your gaze. And keeping your gaze on that single point, slowly inhale to rise with your right leg. You can either reach your hands up to the sky, or you can bring hands to heart center. Good. We're gonna start with just a figure four, and we'll build from there. So right ankle on your left thigh. Maybe bend your left knee and send your hips back and down. Keep your breath flowing. And then you might decide to stay right here. You might decide to go into your eagle legs. So we're just gonna do the eagle legs for this round. As you rise up just a little bit, you can slide your right thigh across. Zip up your shins, bending into your left knee. Think about sending your hips forward as your shoulders lean back to stack. Good, one more slow breath. And take your time to unravel towards your airplane pose. So send your right leg long behind you, send your wings beside you. Have some softness in your standing leg for stability. Think about breathing length and extension through all your limbs to the crown of your head. High crescent lunge, right toe slowly release to the earth. A deep breath in, reach it tall. As you exhale, hands come down to the ground. As you push the earth away, it's three-legged dog. Left leg lifts to the sky, big breath in. Bend your knee, open your hip with exhale.
Three-legged dog, inhale to lengthen. Exhale, left knee towards your right tricep just for your breath out. Three-legged dog, re-extend your left leg high. Exhale, steps your left foot forward between your hands. We give it a little boost. To catch your breath, cow lunge, right knee sinks to hover or tap your mat. Big breath in. Exhale to your cat lunge, your hamstring stretch, find length. We'll set up for our high crescent, left knee bends. Make sure your feet are about hips distance. Once you have that foundation, inhale, root to rise. Left hand grabs your right wrist. With an exhale, start to lean to your left side, body stretch. Good. Give it one more big breath in. When you're ready, exhale to prayer twist. Rinse and rotate to your left. And your back knee can be up or down. Power through both your legs, lengthen your spine. One more breath here. We're gonna slowly press through our feet. Again, back knee can stay down or lift up. High crescent or low crescent as you inhale. Goddess, your arms with an exhale, open. Your breath in reaches your hands up high. And exhale your hands down to the earth. When you're ready, strong step forward, chair pose, Utkatasana. Find that strong foundation. Right, build it from the earth up. Full inhale. Good. Let's airplane our arms as we exhale. Getting really strong and rooted through your right foot. Come to your left tippy toes. When you're ready, flamingo, your left heel up and in. Find that focus point for your gaze. With your inhale, root to rise. Hands can reach up taller, hands to heart center. We'll start with our figure four. When you're ready, left ankle stacks on your right thigh. Begin to bend into your right knee. Maybe hands come to heart center as you find your one-legged chair. Good. Breathe length through your torso. Wobbles might show if that's okay. Exploring through the breath. One more cycle here. You want to, you might slowly start to slide your left thigh across into your eagle legs. And then from our eagle legs, trying to find the stack of our spine. So as we bend through our right knee, hips start to scooch forward a little bit, shoulders slide back. One more steady breath in and out. We're going to travel through our airplane pose, slowly start to unravel. No rush here, just inch by inch. Start to send your left leg behind you, your arms beside you. And move a big breath down through your limbs. Think about lengthening as you inhale. High crescent will be our exhale. How slow can you go? Left toes land to the earth. Big breath in, reach it high. With your exhale, chaturanga or down dog. We're gonna take a little child's pose moment when you're ready. Maybe you go directly to child's pose. Maybe you travel through that flow first. And take a moment, let your knees find the earth, let your hips reach back to your heels. Feel your breath and your heartbeat start to slow. Feeling that deep connection in you and your body and your breath. The integration of body, heart, and mind. Connected to this present moment in your practice. And I invite your intention to the forefront once again. Once again, nice deep breath in together. And open mouth, exhale, release when you're ready. We're gonna take one last final little bit of standing flow, building into our eagle, Garudasana, and we'll bring it down to the earth. In this last flow, really allowing yourself to move with the intention that you set, to build from that rooted place to that expansive place through exploration, curiosity, connection, integrating it all together in this last layer. When you're ready, we'll find our way to downward facing dog. And as you find your downward facing dog, I'm feeling this is like a full moment in itself. Present to the sensations of the shape, the flow of your breath. Deep inhale in. Open mouth, exhale out. Good. With an inhale, lift your right leg nice and high to the sky. As you exhale, bend your knee, open your hip. Three-legged dog, deep breath in, reach through your right toes. Right knee to your left tricep. As you breathe out, slide forward, find your twist. Three-legged dog, we inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, step your right foot forward to the top of your yoga mat. Good. Okay, from here, right away, left foot arrives to the top, chair pose. And you sink into your seat, big breath in to lift to your heart and hands. We'll exhale to our airplane arms, hands sweep down beside you. And then start to send your energy into your left foot, just like we did before, right to be toes. Eventually your right side becomes your flamingo leg. You'll root to rise with your breath in, your one-legged mountain. Bring your right leg with you. And let's start with hands at heart again. And going towards our eagle pose, we'll start with the legs. So bend into your left knee so you can stack your right thigh on top. Now you can either just zip up your shins. If it's available, you can tuck your right toes behind your left calf as well. If you want to incorporate your eagle arms, the right arm's going to eagle wrap underneath your left. You can also keep your hands at heart center. Option to stay right here. If you'd like to move to your sleeping eagle, maybe inhale, lift your elbows towards the ceiling, find a slight little back bend. So you exhale, use your core to curl over your thighs. Whatever variation you're in, take one more round of breath. We're gonna go back towards our airplane legs. If you wanna keep your eagle arms, you can keep your eagle arms for a little extra challenge. Slowly send your right leg back behind you. Take one full breath in. High crescent lunge is where we connect, right toes release down, unravel your arms. We still have the eagle arms, big breath, reach your hands up high. Good, exhale, chaturanga or downward facing dog, step back or flow back. Now we have our spicy little second side of this, and then we're gonna bring it to the earth. Okay, breath in, breath out. Inhale, left leg lifts up high, three-legged dog. Exhale to bend your knee and open through your head. Breathe in to re-extend your left leg. Breath out, left knee, right tricep, shift and twist. Three-legged dog, inhale, lengthen, lift. Exhale, left foot lands forward to the top. When you're ready, your right foot's gonna follow chair pose. Nice big breath in to rise and reach through your heart and hands. And exhale, airplane arms. Right foot's gonna be your base. Slowly start to find that flamingo action through your left side. Focusing through your gaze. As you're ready, root to rise. Your inhale grows you tall. Maybe exhale, hands to heart center. You can always stay here. If you want to add in your eagle legs, start to bend into your right knee to stack your left thigh on top. If you'd like to add in your eagle arms, your left arm is going to sweep underneath your right. You can always stay right here, focusing on steadiness, stability, and breath. If you'd like to find your sleeping eagle, inhale to scoop your heart up to the sky a little bit, the slightest back bend. Exhale, use your core to curl over your thighs. Right, this is like super duper extra, so don't feel like you need to add it in. Wherever you're at, take a big inhale. Stay for your exhale. We'll move into any variation of our airplane. If you want to keep your eagle arms for a little challenge, you can keep your eagle arms. So you unravel left leg back. Just give it one big breath in. High crescent lunge, the left toes land with your exhale out. Unravel, reach it high, full inhale. A chaturanga or downward facing dog as you exhale. A breath in, breath out. You send your right leg to the sky with an inhale. Half pigeon as you exhale. Bring your right shin across the top of your yoga mat. If there's a different hip opening you want to take instead, you can take any hip opening you want. You might decide to stay upright in your pigeon, or maybe an inhale, find length. And your exhale moves you towards your depth. And coming back to the beginning of our hip opening and rootedness. And feel the earth below. And take 3 cycles of breath. You noticing if you feel inspired to explore any extra variation, movement or stillness. You take 2 more rounds of breath. And if you feel good here, you might take a little extra time just to be and breathe in your pigeon. We're just going to be moving into second side when you're ready. So kind of 2 different paths you can take. You can go up and back through your 3-legged dog, finding any variations and movements along the way. Or you can just sit up and bring your left leg forward. You'll find your way into your hip opening second side. Adjusting for what second side needs. Experience might be really different in your second side. Your left side might need something entirely different than your first. As you start to ease into your pigeon, you can stay high, you can choose to fold forward, you can explore a different variation altogether. All week long, you've been connecting to your body, your heart, your mind in different ways. Using all that practice here in this moment to move into what your body truly needs. using all that information, all that practice to help guide you into the depth that feels right for you. Okay, last 3 breaths or so. And as you start to check in, just noticing again sensation, breath, thought, feeling. You can stay here for as long as you need, as long as feels right for you. Then when you're ready to transition, we're going to be meeting on the back body. So if you need to move back through your 3-legged dog, find any movement there, feel free to go there first. And when you're ready to release to the earth, take your time to lower to the ground in whatever way feels true for you. When you get to the back body, either a moment of stillness in Shavasana, or you can bring your knees to your chest, offering some length and space to your low back. When you meet your mat, take a deep inhale. Then when you're ready, open mouth, exhale, just release. We'll set up for a bridge pose next. Knees will be bent. Place your feet to the earth about hips distance apart. With your heels stacked beneath your knees, take a nice big breath in. When you're ready, use an exhale to lift your hips up any amount. So your hips don't have to lift super high. Just feeling that integration here of heart opening in combination with a gentle inversion, some energy to the back of your body as you find length and space to your front body. And whatever variation of bridge pose you're in, and you send 2 more deep breaths to your shape. Then take 1 more extra inhale here, finding maybe a little bit more lift and length. And exhale, slow and steady, lower down. And descend your hips back down to the earth. Either pausing in stillness for a moment, or you can find a slow windshield wiper from side to side. Your next breath in, lengthen into your full body stretch again. Send your arms overhead, legs long in front of you. And then we're going to take a croissant to the left. So hips stay at center, walk your feet to the left. So front left corner of your yoga mat. Maybe right ankle stacks on top. And again, hips are going to stay at center and your upper body is going to go towards the back left corner of your yoga mat. Maybe your left hand grabs your right wrist to emphasize that side body opening. Now the length of your right side. Finding a rootedness to your right hip, your right shoulder. Just feeling that transition from effort into ease and gentleness. And part of our integration is the recognition that both are important. There is incredible value in the push, the effort. There's also incredible value in rest and ease and the time and space to reset and rejuvenate.
that we are most powerful when we have the balance of both. Take your time and use an inhale to come back to center to your full body stretch. Legs long, arms long overhead. As you exhale, draw your right knee to your right shoulder, wind removing pose. So you pull your right thigh into your body. If it feels good to bring nose or forehead towards your knee, you might take an inhale, curl up. As we exhale, we'll release into our supine twist. Right knee falls to your left. Maybe you take your gaze to the right as you find a big breath in. And a slow and steady exhale out. Let's take one more cycle of breath here. As you slowly migrate back to center, full body stretch, arms and legs go long, deep, expansive inhale. Croissant to your right as you exhale, hips stay at center, walk your upper body and lower body to the right. Perhaps your left ankle stacks on top, maybe your right hand catches your left wrist to encourage the side body stretch. And then feel that gentle opening along the length of your left side. Feeling how it's not just the shape of the body that creates the moment, the experience. You have your breath. You have the nature of your mind doing its thing. You have the experience at your heart. You have your environment. All these components create the moment at hand. Just feeling all the subtle details, not just your shape, but the entire moment. And listening for an inhale, you'll come back to center with a deep breath in, find length. Hands reach overhead, legs go long in front of you. As you exhale, draw your left knee to your left shoulder, pull your thigh in close. Maybe forehead or nose draws up towards your left knee as you take a breath in. When you're ready, exhale to release into your supine twist. Left knee falls to your right. As you settle into your twist, take 2 to 3 cycles of breath. Eventually, over your next breath or 2, I'll bring it back to center. Bring both your knees to your heart. Take a moment to check in and ask yourself how you'd like to use the next 5 to 7 breaths or so to explore any last shapes or movements to offer the greatest balance to your body. And then over the next 5 to 7 cycles of breath, you'll just add in anything else you'd like to incorporate before Shavasana. You can go straight to Shavasana if you'd like. I'm going to take this time, use it as you need, and trusting in the wisdom of your body. Just allowing that inner teacher to lead you and to eventually find whatever shape you'd like to rest in for the remainder of your practice today. It can be your traditional Shavasana with arms and legs long. It could be belly down Shavasana, your Supta Baddha Konasana, something else, maybe seated meditation. And as you find stillness and allow your eyes to fall shut. Just checking in with where you're at in this moment. If you would prefer to have no hands on touch, just gonna gently raise a hand into the air so I know to respect your space. And then if it would feel good to take one more cleansing breath, draw a deep inhale in. Then open mouth, exhale out. If you feel your mind start to drift, just gently bring your attention back to your breath. The awareness of every inhale as it rises into your body, feeling from your belly to your rib cage to your chest. The awareness of every exhale as it empties from top to bottom. That sense of release and surrender. Take a slow inhale in and a slow exhale out. And as you start to reawaken your breath, start to reinvite some movement back into your body. And slowly and gently, you're connecting to this present moment, feeling into the physical sensations, noticing the experience at the layer of your heart, leaning back in your awareness to observe the movement of your mind. And as you check in with each layer of you, you can either bring your hands to your heart, stacking one hand on top of the other, or you can bring your palms to kiss in prayer, Anjali Mudra. If you prefer to end your practice from a seat, feel free to take a moment to slowly and gently rise up to a tall spine. And trust that there's no right or wrong, though. And take this final moment to always pause in the deepest gratitude and appreciation of the practice itself. A practice that helps us to integrate not just with our physical vessel, also with those layers that are a little bit trickier to reach at times. This practice is a tool to integrate at every level, to reconnect to the wholeness that we are, and to be able to see that wholeness within each other and everyone that we encounter. So with gratitude of this practice, our bodies and our breath, this time that we've shared, this space that we've got to move and breathe and explore. Within, we'll take one more deep breath. And an open mouth exhale to release. And may yoga offer us a path to compassion. And may our practices serve as our teachers, always leading us to live with authenticity, to love deeply each and every day. And thanks so much. Namaste.
Hey friends, Michelle here. Thank you so much for practicing with us as always. And if you are on this retreat with us this fall, double thank you. If you're interested in retreats, this is a really good example of how we practice on retreat, really integrating the experience we're having together and catering the practice to the group. Our next retreat is coming up February 2025 in Mexico, on the Yucatan Peninsula. So excited to share that landscape with you and this practice with you. All the information is down below. Till then, we'll see you here. Be well.